What's going on, fellow Star Wars fans? It's Prestige back with another Star Wars video. Now, if Anakin Skywalker never turned to the dark side, this would change everything we know about the Star Wars universe. But how drastically would the Star Wars universe change with this change of events? Are you interested in Star Wars what ifs, analysis, and other interesting Star Wars related stuff? Then hit the subscribe button. We can share our passion of Star Wars together. Without further ado, let's get into the story. As Anakin sat in the council chamber room directed by Master Windu, he couldn't get what Palpatine said out of his head. The dark side of the Force had the answer to saving Padme. Obi-Wan refused to acknowledge his nightmares before. Yoda told him to let go. But I can't live without her, Anakin thought. Finally, Anakin decided to take matters into his own hands. Leaving the council chamber, he ran to the landing bay where he got in a speeder and sped off to the Chancellor's office. As Anakin arrived, he saw flashes of purple and red, almost moving like shadows. He's never seen this type of speed in a lightsaber duel before. I have to stop this, Anakin thought as he ran to the top floor where he saw Palpatine crawl to the corner of the window as Mace pressured him. You have lost, my lord, Mace said in a mocking tone. The furious Palpatine unleashed a fury of Force lightning as Mace proceeded to block it until Palpatine gave out. I am going to end this once and for all, Mace shouted. You can't, Anakin interrupted. He must stand trial. He's too dangerous to be kept alive, Mace shouted back, as Palpatine pretended to be out of energy. It's not the Jedi way, Anakin said. He must live. As Mace raised his saber for a kill, a million thoughts came at once into Anakin's mind. What if Mace kills him? I'll lose my only chance of saving Padme. Am I going to betray Obi-Wan and everything I've ever known for a chance of saving Padme? Anakin froze. He didn't know what to do. His Mace's saber sliced right through Palpatine, killing him. Anakin dropped to his knees, almost crying. His Mace shot off his lightsaber. I owe you an apology, Skywalker. You have gained my trust. Anakin said nothing. Frozen on his knees, Mace looked at him confused. What's wrong? Mace asked. All he cared about was your power. Whatever he promised you isn't real. The Sith only think for themselves, not others. Anakin still said nothing. You stayed loyal to the Jedi Order and helped me find the Sith Lord. For this, I will vouch for you to become a Jedi Master. Anakin got out of his shock and slowly stood up. Me? A Master? Are you serious? His Mace looked at him, almost cracking a smile. I told you before this battle, if you were right, you would have gained my trust. This is how I'll repay you. As Anakin and Mace returned to the Jedi Temple, Mace made an emergency contact with all Jedi Council members, telling them what happened, that Anakin fulfilled his duty and should be named a Jedi Master, as the rest of the Council agreed. The first thing Master Anakin Skywalker did was go to the restriction section of the library, which was only accessible to Masters, and looked for every piece of information he could about the power to save someone from death, where he found nothing to help him. No Jedi or Sith holocron had anything to say about it. A few days later, Padme would give birth to Luke and Leia on Naboo, and she would not die due to childbirth with Anakin right beside her. As Anakin received a message from Obi-Wan telling him it was an emergency and to return to Coruscant at once. Anakin left for Coruscant. This was the happiest he'd been in a long time. When Anakin arrived at the Jedi Temple, it was swarming with clones and royal guards. The entire place was on lockdown. As Anakin entered, he ran into Obi-Wan. What is happening, Master? I thought the war was over, Anakin asked. The Jedi are being investigated for treason, Obi-Wan said, after Master Windu assassinated the Chancellor. He's in custody right now, and the rest of the Jedi are being investigated. Palpatine was a Sith Lord who played both sides of the war. How is this possible? Anakin asked. From the Senate's view, he never got a proper trial. It never got properly investigated. And some members of the Senate believe the Jedi want to overthrow the Republic. As the Clone Wars dragged on, the public opinion of the Jedi worsened and worsened to the point where some even thought it might be better without the Jedi around. Mace would be sentenced to prison for his assassination of the Chancellor. But thanks to powerful speeches from Padme and Bail Organa, the Jedi were allowed to stay. However, they would be on strict watch. Anakin and Padme would raise Luke and Leia until they were old enough to enter the Jedi Academy, to where the children of the Chosen One would be welcomed with open arms, where they would be trained by their father in a newly returned Ahsoka Tano. His life in the galaxy finally seemed to quiet down. I hope you enjoyed this story. I do believe that things would happen this way, as Dave Filoni said that Mace Windu would have gone to jail for his assassination of the Chancellor. With Palpatine dead, everything would return to normal. At this point, he would not have any clones for himself or clones of Snoke. so there'd be no resurrections this time. I actually really like how this ended, with a happy ending that Anakin deserved, and not the suffering that he got. If you enjoyed this one, the video on the right is another What If I've done. What if Qui-Gon Jinn never died? I think you might be interested in checking that one out if you enjoyed this one. Hope you all have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.